Let's continue with actress-playwright Cornelia McDonald, author of I Want to Tell You My Story.
See, our taste buds change
Right.
as we change how we see
How we
ourselves.
think.
How we feel, how we
Yes.
think.
Yes.
And loving yourself, getting back to that, is like, I'm not going to be walking around here taking 2,000 milligrams of boom.
Anything.
That's not what I'm going to do. I want to live my life every day to say, I wake up in the morning, the first thing I say, thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
Thank you.
Part of the gratitude journal.
I thank my body for keeping me alive.
Yes, ma'am.
No matter how big it is, no matter how little it is, I thank my body for that. I thank my mind. I had chemo brain for about a year and a half.
Chemo brain.
Chemo brain. When you take that chemo, it wipes it all the good and the bad. So I had to activate my brain with crossword puzzles, with reading. I read out loud. I remember the first time I read after my first treatment, and I couldn't even call the words. Yeah. And when I was in California, we had a party, and my friends said, you know, their cousins, their dad, their sister-in-law, because everybody's been affected by this thing called cancer. And they couldn't believe I still had a memory. They thought, wow, when we thought you were going to be in a wheelchair.
Don't you find it fascinating that 20, 30, 40 years ago, cancer was a once-in-a-lifetime thing? Maybe 1 out of 20 families got cancer. Now it's like 1 in every other family gets cancer.
I will survive. I will survive. As long as I know how to love, I know I'll stay alive. 'Cause I got all my life to live, and I got all my love to give.
But there's a long tradition of these types of voices of conscience. So I just immersed myself in the world of St. Sabina and spent time with Father Mike and his peacekeepers and the community there and tried to learn as much as I could.
We love you on Windy City Live. Yes, we do. Tell us, how did all this happen? How did this come about?
Well, I play me. I play Val Warner in Chirac, which is really cool. So when people see this movie, they are literally seeing Val, and I am a reporter in the movie.
We talk about the violence, but what can we do personally?
I think we got to be engaged, and I think engaged in a number of things. In our block, in our home, in our neighborhood, we got to be engaged. We got to fight the issues. We got to fight a government that is abandoned, you know, whole communities on the south and the west side. We got to fight a governor who's cut out every youth employment program, who's cut out violence prevention programs, who's abandoned our communities and the poor and the vulnerable. And I think we got to reach out to our brothers on the street and love them and respect them and help them, not just demonize them.
Hi, I'm Harry Lennox, proudly here at the world premiere of Chirac, and I strongly advise you to watch HLN.
My participation is only because of Mr. Spike Lee, our leader, our director, and he reached out to me and blessed me with the opportunity to be in this film and said that his mission was to save lives in the south side of Chicago.
So what's it like playing the mayor of the city of Chicago?
Well, you know, I don't know. I'm looking forward to the perks. I played Shoeless Joe Jackson, so I get a lot of baseball perks. It's U.S. Cellular.
You know, I'll just say like this. First of all, give you the history of coming to Chicago and telling my jokes as a young cat. I'm 37 now. I started about almost 15 years ago. Elroy taking me under his wing, let me do some jokes here and there for the radio stations and all that kind of stuff.
We are more than that. We are more than that. We're greater than that. And I feel like in places like this, or Chicago, or whatever you want to call it, the hood, whatever you want to call it, like, it's too much attention dwelled on the negative.
I learned that no matter what you do and how much of a genuine heart you have, and if you're coming from a good place, people are going to criticize if they don't agree with what you're doing.
Hi, we're from Empire, and you're watching the Higher Learning Network.
So how long have you been standing here?
Not too long, like an hour. So we're moving in fast. This is a good sign.
Yo, what's up? It's your man Tony Schofield from 106.3 Chicago's R&B, and you are watching Men on Higher Learning. Now, I used to hang around with some men that was into some higher learning. It just wasn't that kind of higher learning, but I got myself together now, okay?
What is it that you do in your quiet time, in your meditation time, that allows you to bring us the films that you do?
I sit courtside in Madison Square Garden, world's most famous arena.
Queen Latifah, and you're watching ZTV on the Higher Learning Network. Put your hand right.
Save the date for Saturday, April 8th from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the Health and Wellness Expo, all taking place at McCormick Place, 2301 South King Drive, from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Register now. It's free at diabetes.org/Chicago Expo. That's diabetes.org Chicago Expo. Join Zelda Robinson as she shares her journey on mindfulness on how she reversed type 2 diabetes. She did it, and so can you.
All right. Well, my name is Melvin. I want to welcome you. I'm with Power Team International, and it gives me great pleasure to introduce Zelda Robinson, America's mindfulness breakthrough expert. She is a powerful businesswoman, community volunteer, health and wellness speaker. Zelda is a Southern girl, or as we say, gal, with a Northern flair. Graduated from Columbia College with a degree in broadcast communications, retired radio personality with over 20 years experience, also an executive producer of HLN TV show for the last 10 years, member of the American Society of Training and Development. She was mentored by Zig Ziglar and Les Brown, shared stages with none other than Bill Walsh, owner of Power Team International, and she's worked with Fortune 500 companies, including but not limited to Motorola, Nokia, ComEd, the Mayor Office of Employment Training, and Cook County Department of Correction. She has spoken around the world, including South and East Africa, and London, England as well. She is the president of the European American Association and media consultant for the Higher Learning of Network, NFP. Zelda has a lifelong commitment to the youth and to the business community. She has received numerous awards in community service for over 26 years. She is an author of 3 books, 2 ebooks, and several training manuals. She has designed the innovative mindfulness breakthrough system, with teaching tools on how to overcome daily stressors with proven techniques and to improve your productivity and increase revenue. Ladies and gentlemen, let's give a warm Miami hot welcome for Ms. Zelda.
Me. I want to be that person that you just talked about. Thank you very much. I want you to look to the person to the left and to the right of you. Say, it does not matter.
It does not matter.
I'm looking, somebody's not participating, and I'm not that kind of person. I gotta have everybody participate, so we're gonna try this one more time. But to the person to the left and to the right of you, not at me, but to the person to the left and to the right of you, it does not matter how long it took.
How long it took.
I hope you feel
I hope you feel
as good as you look.
as good as you
You
look.
can give yourselves a great big round of applause. And give Heather a great big round of applause. She's a part of our team international. And they're the ones who really make this work, because this is a joint effort. We could not do it alone. And I want to be sure everyone here is in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. And we are here to teach you how to unleash the entrepreneur warrior in you. Are we in the right place? Yes. Look at your neighbor and say, neighbor. In the right place? Right. All right, right place, right time. And as they're still coming in, come on in, there's room for more. We are here to do a few things today. And one of them is the Mindfulness Breakthrough Session. It's designed to assist entrepreneurs and business owners. That would be you, right? Say, that's me. That's me. How thoughts affect your business. How to replace old thought patterns. Proven tools and techniques to improve productivity, to decrease stress and increase what? Revenue. The money. This is the money book. My why. I want to tell you a little bit about me and how this program came to be. Would you like to hear about it? Yes. Well, once upon a time, I was a little bit here. No, just kidding. I was about the age of 9 years old, and my mom passed, and I had to go live south with an aunt who lived on a farm. I'm a city girl. Yes, ma'am.
No, I did. She lived on a farm.
Oh, you live on a farm too? Oh, any other farmers in here? All right. We're the only ones, so we're the minority here. On this farm, I had to learn how to pick cotton in order to eat. Anybody ever pick cotton? So you know that's not a good career choice, right? Yeah. As you can see, I haven't missed any meals, so I picked a lot of cotton, right? Wrong answer. I did not pick enough cotton. We had to be at the field at 6 o'clock in the morning. Be there, not getting up. Be there at 6 o'clock in the morning. That's late? Yeah. Well, you have to tell everybody. I don't remember if I was there at 4 or 5. I'll just say 6 to be on the safe side. And there, does anyone here know what a croaker sack is? I know you do. You might know. A croaker sack is a sack, real rough. I forgot what it's made of, but it's about 6 feet tall and about 2 feet wide. And the object is to fill the sack with cotton. We had to pick the cotton in rows. So you're going down the road picking cotton. Well, I think you got about $6 for that row of cotton. And unfortunately, at the age of 9, I wasn't an expert in picking cotton. So at the end of the day, we would have to go to the, what I call the cotton master, the man who would weigh the cotton, who would pay my aunt for the cotton. And instead of getting $6, I think I got 50 cents my first day. And that might be an upgrade. It might have been a quarter, who knows. So in other words, I didn't do very well. And she told my aunt, she said, you see that little old gal over there? Save the date for Saturday, April 8th from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. at the Health and Wellness Expo. All taking place at McCormick Place, 2301 South King Drive, from 10 a.m. until 3 p.m. Register now. It's free at diabetes.org/Chicago Expo. That's diabetes.org Chicago Expo. Join Zelda Robinson as she shares her journey on mindfulness, on how she reversed type 2 diabetes. She did it, and so can you.
Hi, I'm Illinois State Controller Susana Mendoza, and I have a huge smile on my face right now because just a little while ago I was able to have a great surprise, and that was to be part of Zelda's meditation technique. And my life is always so hectic, it's very stressful. You can imagine having to deal with a $12.4 billion budget deficit and growing. But for a moment, I escaped all of that and just felt happy. Why? Because I was able to take a moment to breathe, to relax, to move my head around, really relax my shoulders. You know, the little simple things in life that you sometimes just don't take the time to do. So I want to say thank you to Zelda. I wish I could take her in my pocket with me to work every day. But if you get an opportunity, hopefully you'll get to have an excellent 5 minutes or more with Zelda and enjoy her meditation techniques.
Hi, I'm Oscar Brown. I discovered I was a diabetic quite suddenly. I was out eating and I had to constantly urinate. And in order to try and cure the diabetes, I started Arizona iced tea, which has 45 carbs in it. And then I went to the hospital and I almost died. My blood sugar was at 655. And I almost went to a coma and died. However, I got to the hospital right on time, and they flowed through it, started giving me insulin and metformin, and that's how I initially survived. The way to beat diabetes is through diet and exercise is the key, and counting your carbs. Try and limit your carbs to 60 per meal. If you do that and you exercise regularly every day, you can beat diabetes. And it doesn't have to be fancy exercise. I walk every day for 45 minutes a day. If you do that, then I built up to about an hour and a half. So if you do that and you watch what you eat, you count your carbs, you too can get off of metformin, you can get off of insulin. It takes effort and it is a lifestyle change. Make your lifestyle change and you don't have to have metformin or the other insulins that come out. I can't think of like a slow acting one, a fast acting one. I can't even remember it because it's been that long. It's been 5 years now. 4 years without any insulin at all. So do that. Count your carbs and exercise. You too can be type 2.
Marco, how are you?
I'm fine.
I know. I hear the good news about you've been on the program with the Higher Learning Network, How to Reverse Your Type 2 Diabetes. Tell us, how is that working for you?
From here, they're working fine right now.
Your numbers last time you went to the doctor was what?
The first time that I went to the doctor was 10.2.
10.2, that's high.
Now it's 7.1.
7.1, that is great. And why is that?
I've been drinking the juice
that the Higher Learning Network told you about?
Right.
I call it the beet drink because it's red and all you see is beets.
Oh, that's right.
And how do you feel?
I'm feeling great.
But you also exercise too, which that's a key element.
Yeah, that's the key. You gotta do a little bit of exercise every day.
Okay, so what do you do every day?
I'm jogging a little bit.
You jog?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
That's something that I've been able to do for a long time.
The thing about Interfaith is that they allowed me to heal.
Imagine if you were being discharged from the hospital to the street, what would happen to you? You would either end up dead or back into the hospital system. Interfaith House is a recuperative center for those individuals who are coming out of the hospital system. So instead of recovering on the streets, they can recover here at Interfaith House. We provide services so they can heal, they can rebuild their lives, they can renew their spirits to get to the next level.
The face of homelessness isn't what you necessarily would think. There are many people that are homeless that have careers, that have families, master's degrees, doctorate degrees. We don't have any idea how many people are just one paycheck away, one day away from being homeless.
Yeah, I have 20 years in the mechanics business. And then one day I had a seizure. Woke up in a back of an ambulance, and I was on my way to Metro South on Blue Island. After I was discharged from the hospital, it's a little over a month later, so you're evicted and all your stuff's gone. It can just happen to anybody, anytime, out of the blue.
Primary services that Interfaith House provides is a safe place to heal, food and shelter, social services, medical services, so that whenever they leave Interfaith House, they're not going back out on the streets. Instead, they're rejoining society again. We don't discharge unless they're well and they have stable housing. It's amazing to see somebody that when they walked in the doors, they didn't have a place to live and they had no hope at all. And when they walk out of the doors here, they have their life back. There's no other organization of its kind in the state of Illinois.
The staff is fantastic. You could say that each one of them is the glue of this place because they just have a tendency to care.
On any given night, there's about 600,000 individuals in the U.S. that are homeless. There are homeless people who are ill and injured on the street. That's every day. They have no place to go. There is a great need for this place.
I do have hope. You know, right now, today, at least I'm smiling. You know, I am smiling. And I'm doing things that I thought I'd never do.
I don't know where I would be at if I didn't have Interfaith. It's there like an angel watching over you. I put down my deposit and my first month's rent. I'm leaving Tuesday, April 1st, and that's going to start my new life after Interfaith.
What's your name?
Jane.
Jean, you are so pretty, girl.
Thank
Make
you.
us four-finger sisters look good. So why are you here today? What brought you here?
Actually, I come out here a lot for book signings, but I
Okay.
really liked her book. I read it. It was encouraging or whatever.
You read it already?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
my
got it a few
goodness.
weeks ago. So.
Okay. Have you read Shalom's books, Inspirational Conversations, 365 Days of Empowerment? Comes on Troy Tyler every day at 10:45.
Was Elder Robinson?
Yeah.
Yeah, I
Have you
sure
read
have.
that?
Yeah, it's on
Good
my
for you.
bookshelf.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is it really?
Yeah.
Where'd you get it from?
Afrocentric
Did you?
downtown.
Good for you.
Uh-huh.
I'm going to introduce you to her when we get in here, okay?
Right.
Yeah, okay. So let's come on in. We're going to see Monique. Us big girls, you know, we got our own fan club. By the way, have you ever met Zelda? Do you know who she is?
No, I've never met her.
You're talking to her.
Get out of here.
Yeah.
Inspirational conversation.
Yeah, you see I got my book, girl.
Let me get a shake hand. Hey,
Come on, sister.
Okay.
We're getting to have some fun, girl.
Okay.
This is the reason why I'm here today, and I'm proud to be a member of the American Federation of Radio and Television Artists. The world knows me as Zelda Robbins from Gospel 1390, owned by Clear Channel Communications. But my family, and I feel like this is family here today, my family knows me as Shalomith. Can you say Shalomith? Thank you so much. It's important that I feel like family, and I know it's important that you feel like family, because not all of us have been treated fairly. And at Clear Channel Communications, to this date, have I not, and my coworkers and colleagues, been treated fairly. I would like to thank Ann Walk and Kevin Lampy from AFTRA, who have worked with us over the past couple of months in getting a union into Clear Channel. Someone didn't tell them, but slavery was over some years ago. We don't have to work for $12 an hour. Back in the day when I picked cotton, it was 12 cents an hour. And one think that they've graduated. No, we haven't. They say, well, there's more money, we'll make more money. Well, there is money, but there's too much greed in corporate America. And that's why AFTRA is so important. And I thank you, family, for allowing me to be a part of this family. I work at the #1 urban station in Chicago, WGCI, which they decided to change the name of the radio station because they did not want us to form a union. Can you believe that? Well, it happened. And as a result of that, this one urban station, WGCI, earns more money than all the stations put together, all 7 radio stations. Talk about unfair treatment. The challenges reminded us that we needed a union, and because people like yourself, people like myself, stuck together and made this become a reality, now we can work together and make things happen and get those out of office that need to be out of office and put people in places that can really make a difference. And I'm looking at the faces of people who can make a difference and will continue to make a difference. Give yourselves a great big round of applause for showing up here today and making a difference. I knew in my heart when I was 12 years old picking cotton, I knew that that would not be a career choice. I knew that I would not be doing that the rest of my life. I didn't know that there would ever be a union to help me make that decision, but I am most grateful. I believe in reciprocity. I believe in karma, and I know that which you give out is what you get back. What goes around comes around. I want to thank you, Clear Channel Communications, for pushing me, for not paying me the wages that I need, for encouraging me to go and get my own television show, for doing the things that I need to do in order to be an entrepreneur, to be a businesswoman, because without Clear Channel, I would not be standing here today. So thank you for giving me a swift kick in the butt that I needed. Join Zelda Robinson as she shares her journey on mindfulness, on how she reversed type 2 diabetes. She did it, and so can you. Join Zelda Robinson as she shares her journey on mindfulness, on how she reversed type 2 diabetes. She did it, and so can you.